I never believed in ghosts. Growing up in Manila, I always thought ghost stories were just tales to scare kids. But that all changed when I moved to Baguio for college. It was my first semester at the University of the Philippines, Baguio. The city, known for its cool climate and pine trees, was a welcome change from the heat of Manila. I rented a small room in an old house near the campus. The house was charming with its wooden floors and antique furniture, but it had an eerie feel to it, especially at night. One evening, after a long day of classes, I decided to stay in and study. My roommates had gone out, leaving me alone in the house. As I sat at my desk, I heard a faint whisper. I brushed it off, thinking it was just the wind. But then, I heard it again, clearer this time. It sounded like someone was calling my name. Juan. Juan. I turned around, but there was no one there. The room felt colder, and I could feel the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. I tried to focus on my books, but the whispering continued, growing louder and more insistent. Juan, help me. I couldn't ignore it anymore. I got up and followed the sound, which seemed to be coming from the attic. I had never been up there before, and the thought of going alone terrified me. But curiosity got the better of me. I grabbed a flashlight and slowly made my way up the creaky stairs. The attic was dark and dusty, filled with old furniture and boxes. The whispering had stopped, but I could feel a presence. I shone my flashlight around, and that's when I saw it. A shadowy figure standing in the corner. It was a woman, her face pale and eyes hollow. "Who are you?" I managed to stammer. She didn't answer, but I could feel her sadness. She pointed to a box in the corner. I hesitated, but then I walked over and opened it. Inside, I found old photographs and letters. They told the story of a young woman named Maria who had lived in the house many years ago. She had fallen in love with a soldier, but he had died in the war. Heartbroken, she had taken her own life in the attic. As I read her letters, I felt a deep sorrow. The whispering started again, but this time it was different. It was a plea for help. Juan, help me find peace. I knew what I had to do. I gathered the photographs and letters and took them to the local church. I spoke to the priest, who agreed to perform a blessing. That night, we returned to the house and prayed for Maria's soul. The atmosphere in the house changed after that. The cold, eerie feeling was gone, replaced by a sense of calm. I never heard the whispers again, but I often thought about Maria and hoped she had found peace. Years later, I graduated and moved back to Manila. But I never forgot my time in Baguio and the whispering shadows that had changed my life forever.